Rob here from BeerTengoku, and in this week's 3 Beer Thursday, we're looking at beers from a place called Zakkoku Kobo Micro Brewery. This is a very small brew pub based in Ogawamachi in Saitama. If you haven't already read our review of the brew pub, the link is down below for you to go have a read. A little bit of background about Zakkoku Kobo Micro Brewery is that they are supposedly Japan's only brewery that uses 100% certified organic products in all of their beers. Now you might be thinking, well, what's great about that? Now, when you come to use organic products in your food or anything basically, you have to have a certificate to show that for 3 years you have not applied any chemicals on your crop. Now this is quite hard to do because it has to be 3 continuous years, and these 3 continuous years, if you don't know about kind of the weather systems in Japan, can cause some interruptions. For example, you could have a year of an exceptional typhoon and it causes chemicals from crops in the area to blow onto your crops, thus making sure they're not certified as organic. So it's not even your fault, so it's a very stringent process. Now in today's video, it's going to be quite weird because it's one part and it involves 3 beers. Kind of a rare one on here for BeerTengoku. But we've got 3 beers. We've got the cereal box, and then we're going to use the Ogawa porter, and then finally the Tranquil ale. These 2 are special editions. They might not be on sale when this video comes out. They might be. But this Ogawa porter is part of their regular lineup. So let's get drinking with the cereal box, shall we? So first up we have the Zakkoku cereal box. This is kind of a strange one to be looking at. It's a 5% kind of hazy pale ale. And it gets its name because it uses organic cereal crops in the making of it. It uses a whole wheat, it uses rye malt as well as also Simcoe hops. It's kind of unusual because Zakkoku aren't really known for making new style beers. A lot of their beers tend to be porters, Weissens and such. The first thing you'll notice is it's a very dark brown colour. It isn't hazy. It's funny because it pours out quite clear, but when it gets into the glass, yeah, it's a very murky colour, doesn't it? It doesn't look appetizing. It looks like somebody's kind of just, I don't know, put mud into a glass really. Aroma-wise, it smells off. Straight away, it smells buttery, sulphury. Doesn't smell really anything like a hazy beer. It's bitter, it's woody, tastes like Simcoe, but again it's a butteriness in there. There's a slight pepperiness in there as well going on. It's very, very weird. It's not something that immediately screams to me hazy or pale ale. In all honesty, I don't know what's gone on here. This is a fresh bottle. The cap says, this cap says June 13th, and this video was made way before then. It's just not really. Yeah. Bit wishy-washy, soapy going on there. No, that's a miss from me. That could actually end up being a drain pour, I'm afraid, guys. I don't know what's going on here. I'm trying to think of some positives for it. I don't want to let you down, but no. Wishy-washy, oxidized, buttery, slightly peppery, but that's a no from me, guys. No. So in this part, we're going to look at the Zakkoku Ogawa Porter. And as the name suggests, it's named after the Ogawa region where Zakkoku is based. It's a 6.5% porter, though some places say it's a dark ale, which is going to be interesting. Like the cereal ale we just looked at, which really did not sit very well. It's organic. It uses locally grown hops as well, which I'm not too sure which hops grow there, in all honesty. And as you can see straight away, it is very, very dark. It is pitch black. There you go, nice pitch black with a slightly, it's a very thin head on top. A couple of bubbles there, but they're going very quickly. But it's very roasted. A little bit caramelly going on there. Definitely a little bit toffee caramelised going on there. Roasted, very round. Chocolate, bit of cocoa. There's not actually any of that acrid black malt that sometimes you get with porters and stouts. It's very smooth nose. There's not any alcohol heat coming off it, but it smells like a porter. Oh, ooh, that's interesting. It is. It's very thick. It's a very thick flavour going on there. Like the nose, coffee, chocolate, a bit of caramel toffee going on there. Finishes off a little bit dry on the back palate, but interesting enough, it's got a little bit of woodiness to it. It's not oaky or it's not an aged wood, but there is a hint of woodiness going on there. It is very smooth. Yeah. It's very smooth, but interesting with those wooded flavours. There's no acrid black malt flavour either. Sometimes what happens is when black malt is used, it can produce a very acidic or kind of burnt flavour to a beer. Doesn't have it. That's much better than the cereal ale. It does. As it warms up, there is a bit of alcohol heat going on there, but it's not gonna knock you for six. It's kind of more of, I'd say, a robust porter than your kind of usual 5% one. Okay, so we're ending up this 3-beer Thursday for Zakkoku Kobo Micro Brewery with their Tranquil Ale. Now, if you've been paying attention, yes, this is exactly the same label as the cereal box, but on the back, you can just see the sticker is slightly different. This is a 6% dark ale. Don't know what that means, but it's been classified as dark ale. And it uses Cascade hops. I don't know if this one's considered organic or not, to be honest, because I don't know of any breweries or farmers that are using organic Cascade hops. And even though this is supposed to be a dark ale, it's not. It's a very peculiar, murky colour that resembles that, I want to say, cereal box again, which was supposed to be a hazy pale ale. But it honestly looks like someone's just dumped in some dirt into my glass and does not look appealing. And that cereal box didn't look appealing and it didn't taste good. Aroma wise, it's a little bit more fruitier, a bit more of a malty nose to it, more caramel, toffee. But again, it suffers from the same fate as the cereal box. It's a big buttery nose to it. That fruitiness resembles a bit more phenolic than I would like. Yeah, it's phenolic, creamy, caramel. I mean, it's a bit more malt forward than the Cascade on the side leads to believe. It's just not pleasant. Yeah, it's got a musty butteriness to it. Again, just show the cap. It is well within its date of drinking. Yeah, it's kind of musty, cardboardy, oxidized flavour to it, which could be from the hops. If the hops are old, they can bring in that cardboard, papery, oxidized flavour, but it's just not good. It really isn't. It really isn't. So we come to the roundup, and I must say this has been one of the most lackluster 3 Beer Thursdays I've done. I sit here and, I've had 3 beers. 2 of them were just really, I couldn't recommend them to anybody. But I have to round them up. I have to put them into some kind of order. And in joint last place is the cereal box and the Tranquil ale. These two were 2 very good examples, ironic saying that, of how not to make a beer. This cereal box was just no. It could have been infected. It could have been a bad bottle. It could have been just a bad beer. Likewise with the Tranquil ale, I was told it was supposed to be a dark ale, but it didn't come out dark. It just looked like these two were the same, in all honesty. And I never want to drink these 2 again. Never. I don't care if you pay me. I don't want to drink those 2 again. Unless somehow they've magically improved. I don't know how many times. Which leaves this Ogawa Porter the clear winner in this 3 Beer Thursday. At least this, it actually tasted like a decent beer. It had a nice chocolate, coffee, caramel toffee flavour going on with that woodiness. I would drink this again. Definitely would drink this again. These 2, probably best for drain cleaner. Thank you for watching this very disappointing episode of 3 Beer Thursday with Zakkoku Kobo Micro Brewery. Keep your beer cold, keep it craft, keep it local. Cheers.